What was the hardest part of adopting your child? When I first stepped into that adoption center, I thought I was ready. We'd done the paperwork, attended the workshops, and saved every spare dollar. I believed we were prepared to love a child who needed a home. What I wasn't prepared for was seeing her, barefoot, wide-eyed, holding her baby brother like the world would end if she let go. She couldn't have been more than 4, but her arms wrapped around him like a shield. And when she saw us, she didn't smile or wave. She just tightened her grip and quietly cried, as if she'd already guessed what was about to happen. We had come for one child. That was the plan. That's what we could afford. But there she was, trembling as she begged the social worker not to take her brother. He was only 8 months old, and all he did was reach out his tiny hand to touch her face. She wiped his nose with the sleeve of her dress, kissed his head, and told him it would be okay, like she'd been doing it for a lifetime. She was a baby raising a baby. We didn't sleep that night and sat in silence until dawn, staring at the slip she had tucked into his bag. Please don't separate us. I will eat less. I won't ask for new clothes or toys. I promise. We decided very next day. We sold our house and moved into a smaller place where we could afford to be a family of 4. The day we brought them home, she wouldn't let go of him even for a bath. She refused to sleep unless he was curled against her chest. She didn't speak to us for days, only watched with wary eyes every time we touched her brother, like we might run away with him if she turned her head. Little girl cried in her sleep. She hid crackers in her backpack. When I found a stash of bread under her bed, I realized she was storing in case of going back to the orphanage. But time has a way of softening edges. He said his first word, mama, when I wasn't expecting it, and she froze when she heard it. Later that week, he said, data. She watched my husband cry, and something shifted in her. That night, she let me brush her hair. A week later, she held my hand at the store, and when we lit the candle on her brother's first birthday cake, she looked up and whispered, I love you, mama. I excused myself and cried in the hallway. For a while, we were the kind of happy I didn't believe in anymore. Ladder lived in every corner of our tiny home. He learned to walk, and she ran behind him, arms out to catch every stumble. We had picnics on the floor. Our world felt whole. We had become a real family. Then things changed. My husband got sick. At first, it was just fatigue, then missed work, then appointments, and long silences in the kitchen. We didn't tell the kids. I started picking up extra shifts, watching every dollar like it might disappear. When he passed, the world fell silent. I wanted to crawl into bed and vanish, but I had 2 little souls depending on me. They didn't understand why Data wasn't coming home. I began doing ODD jobs, cleaning, sewing, and anything I could find. The house felt smaller without him, and the walls echoed every moment he used to fill. I thought I was hiding it well until one night she came to me with her small face pale and in tears. She said they could go back and find another family. That way, maybe you don't have to struggle so hard. I broke down right there, held them both, and promised them we were a family, and family doesn't walk away. Eventually, the jobs became steadier. Bills got paid, and the fridge stayed full. The boy started school with a lunchbox he picked out himself. She got a backpack with stars on it and came home talking about new friends. Our house is still small, but it's filled with warmth. And some nights, when I hear them laughing from the bedroom, I remember that girl who begged me not to separate them and wonder what kind of mother I would have become without her.